Little 6 a.m. cold start. How to make friends with your neighbors 101. Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Hope you are having a fantastic morning. It's about 6 a.m. on this beautifully cold and wet morning. We are going to be doing a lot of things to the 2021 Ram 1500 TRX on the channel today. Hopefully by the end of today's video we get the next modification installed, as well as hopefully see our very first in-person launch edition, which I'm super excited about. As always, I am a little bit behind schedule, so I am going to kind of make this intro quick and short. In today's video, we are going to be getting the MOPAR power steps installed on the Ram TRX. And what that means is we're going to get the power steps that the Ram 1500 Limiteds come from the factory. And so by the end of today's video, I wanted to share both the prices for that, what I paid for it, which I think I got a really good deal. I was originally going to install them myself, capture kind of the ins and outs of that, but I will also go over in this video why I think that this is one modification that actually makes sense having the dealership install. But I'll cover all of that once I have the steps installed and I have actually something to show everybody. The original spec truck that I ordered back 9 months ago that Ram chose to never build, at least not until I canceled the order, I didn't get steps on it because I kind of took a gamble. I thought that those power steps would have worked with the TRX. It kind of makes sense. It's the same cab. And so when I was ordering, I thought, you know what, I can always get these off-road style running steps if I really wanted those once the truck is built. But if I could save the money on not having to spend for the rock rails or say the off-road MOPAR steps and just go with the power steps right out of the gates, it would save me a little bit of money. Obviously this truck came with the rock rails, so I kind of just had to pay for what was on it. I really wish they didn't. I think these rock rails are great. They look phenomenal. I think they give it a much more aggressive off-road look. They protect the rockers from getting chips a little bit. The full steps will do a better job of that. But if you have elderly parents like I do, or somebody that's kind of on the older side that needs your support, or quite frankly you're vertically challenged, then obviously these sliders aren't going to work for you and you're going to need something that's a little bit more convenient to get into the truck. For me, family is the most important part, so if this doesn't help me support my parents getting to their doctor's appointments, going to their therapy sessions, or their physical training rather, or whatever the case may be, then it just doesn't work for me. And the Corvette's obviously not a great vehicle because it's so low to the ground. I have to pretty much like bear hug my dad to get him out of the Corvette. And so I didn't order any of the steps with the spec that I had built for myself, mainly because I knew this was something I was immediately going to be doing. And speaking of that original spec, by the end of today's video, I'm hoping to actually get my eyes on that truck because it did hit the dealership lot and it is actually for sale at that dealership. So it'll be really cool to actually see that truck in person, just to kind of remember what could have been. And so with that said, guys, I'm going to hop into the truck, head up to the dealership, and then get these steps installed, and I'll share all the numbers, the prices, and my general impressions towards the end of this video. Alrighty, and we are here. So we're at the dealership. They say it's supposed to take, ooh, look at that blue Charger. They say it's supposed to take about 3 hours, so it's about 8:15 now. I'm about 15 minutes behind what my scheduled appointment time was. But just to give everybody an idea, I imagine they'll take the truck in pretty quickly. It's still early in the weekend. But we'll find out how long it takes and what the costs are, and I will share that at the other side of this video. Man, look at this Power Wagon. Oh my god, factory worn winch. This new grille looks really good with the vertical slats. Love the anvil paint. So we're pulling into the dealership that I had ordered my original TRX from. Let's see if we can find it on the lot. I heard it arrived at the dealership. There it is. Apologize for the wind, but man, does it look good in person. This is my first time seeing beadlock wheels. Actually, today's the first time seeing it. I saw another one a couple hours ago, the launch edition. But man, there it is.
That's anything but a gas station.
Great truck though.
It's a great truck, yeah. Puts the Ford to shame. Puts the Ford to shame.
I mean, this is spec'd almost identical to the one I have. The one I have is white. It had the red interior accent package, and then it had the rock rails, which we switched out today. Funny thing is this thing actually has my name on it. Since I was the one that ordered it, it has my name on the window sticker. But man, this truck is gorgeous in person. I'm a huge fan of red, the red C8, the red F350, so this would have fit the stable perfectly, but unfortunately Ram decided not to build, you know, the truck that I wanted. Yeah, it's the beadlocks that I really wanted, because it just breaks up the contrast of the two-tone that goes along the bottom half and the textured black fenders.
What would I have to put down? That's what I'm going to find out for the lease.
And just like that, we are back. The power steps are installed. This was one heck of an eventful day. In one day, I saw a granite TRX, a white TRX that you guys see right here, a launch edition Anvil. I saw the 75th anniversary edition Power Wagon. I saw the Wrangler 392, and I saw the red Ram TRX that I had ordered 8 months ago for the channel finally show up at the dealership. That one, again, still is a symbol of Ram's kind of customer support and customer care quality, which is really bad. And somebody's going to be driving around with a truck that quite literally has my name on it. But unfortunately, things just didn't play out the way I would have expected it to, and we ended up with this truck. But I do absolutely love this truck. And so as you guys can see, the power steps are installed. They're super convenient. I do already like this. It's going to make it a lot easier for my parents to be able to get in. My dad, pushing about 80 and being handicapped, he really can't get into this truck without these power steps. First generation immigrant, so very stubborn in his ways, so I can't actually like help him, and he kept trying to just get up on the rock rails and try to get in, and God forbid he slips and falls. I don't want that on my conscience, nor do I want him to go through that, so this is going to help make it a lot easier to get in. The steps come down quite a bit. I'd say probably about 8 inches or so. And they're wired up to work with all 4 doors on both sides. It takes about 10 seconds or so for them to pull themselves back up. In terms of prices, huge shout out and thanks to Har Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Worcester, Massachusetts. They are where I bought this truck from, and from day one they have been one of the best dealerships that I have ever dealt with across any of the brands. Let me hop inside the shade here and show you guys the numbers. So in terms of pricing, I got a phenomenal deal. They again hooked me up big time. The retail on the running boards is $1,575. Some dealerships are charging even more than that, mostly due to part shortage, but you guys can see they charged me list, and then there was a MOPAR coupon of 15% that brought it down to $1,338.75. Which you think that, you know, that's a really good deal. That's what most people have been paying for. I even got luckier, and the manager added another $200 manager discount, bringing my total to somewhere around $1,138 plus tax. So about $1,200 on the final pay slip there. In terms of labor, it was $440, $139 an hour. It actually took them 4 hours to do the job, but again, they were really nice to me. They charged me for like 3 hours plus some miscellaneous bolts and whatnot that they needed. They subtracted another $44 for a 10% coupon on Mopar's site. So if you are looking for these power steps, definitely check out Mopar's site. You'll be able to save a ton of money. I saved 15% on these steps, and then I managed to save another 10% on labor and install costs. And so tying that all in together, the total came out to $1,500, which really is not that bad. The box does say 2 to 3 hours is the standard install time, but because they hadn't done one of these before on the TRX and they had to run the wiring, they took their time. The master technician wanted to go over it once it was all done just the second time, which again speaks to the service department, and they honored their original quote of 3 hours of labor. So fully satisfied there, unlike the Chevy dealership that tried to con me with 8 hours of labor on a 2-hour job. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check that out. But again, this is a phenomenal price that they gave me. I don't think I know of anyone that got a better deal than I did. And so between labor and parts, the total came out to about $1,600, which again, I'm fine with. The original spec that you guys saw had no running boards, rock rails, or anything from the factory. I genuinely think the power running board should be a factory option. It just makes the truck so much more convenient. It makes it look a lot more flush. I love the rock rails, but they just weren't functional for my lifestyle and what I'm going to be doing with this truck. And so I did have to spend $1,000 for the rock rails on the MSRP or the window sticker of this truck, but I was able to unload them to a forum member for $400 to kind of recoup some of those costs. So I am still out $600 on the rock rails between what I paid and what I was able to sell them for, but again, that's just the price you pay for ordering a Ram truck and expecting on-time and quality customer service from corporate. Dealership, both the dealerships have been phenomenal the whole way through, and I really do love this final end result. So with that said, guys, hopefully you guys found this informative and informational. You may be able to take some of this data. I can't promise you'll get the same price at another dealership, but at least it gives you some understanding of what the parts costs are, what the dealership can go to if they really want to, and what the time and the hour costs roughly range in. And so in today's action-packed video, we saw 3 TRXs plus the one that you guys see in front of you here. We saw a 392 Jeep Wrangler. We saw a 75th Anniversary Edition Power Wagon in Anvil Gray. So again, a lot of really cool vehicles that we got to see on the channel. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you have not already, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button. The TRX build is just ever growing, and there's a ton of C8 Corvette content to come in the next couple of weeks. Make sure to leave a comment down below what you guys think of the video, what you guys think of the channel and the power running boards. And until the very next video, as always, I will see you all in the comment section below.